Good evening and welcome. My name is Crystal Kuhn and I'm the Director of Philanthropy here for the Family Justice Center of Idaho Foundation. You know, last year was a pretty incredible year and many of you joined us for that, and I thank you for that. I just want to say that COVID's been hard for everybody, but that hasn't changed the need of the center. In fact, some of our cases are even worse. So we are hoping that you will continue to support us by joining in and bidding and just being part of the solution to help end domestic violence in our communities. And I just hope you have a good evening and you enjoy what we've prepared for you. And I would encourage you to invite all your friends and family and have them jump online. And we will see you in a bit. Thank you for joining us this evening. You're going to be delighted.
Good evening. I'm Georgianne Benjamin, Executive Director of Optum Idaho, and it's our privilege to sponsor tonight's Light in the Window Benefit Gala with the Family Justice Center Foundation to raise funds that directly support the clients of the Nampa Family Justice Center. At Optum Idaho, we believe in helping one person, one family, and one community at a time. We understand that each individual has a unique road to wellness, health, and hope. We are committed to improving the behavioral health system in Idaho by focusing on helping people reach recovery in their own health journey. We believe it is critical to invest in our communities and support the vital work of our partners across the GEM state. That's why we're happy to be a sponsor of this event by providing a safe, trauma-informed center that nourishes the physical and mental well-being of those who pass through its doors. The Nampa Family Justice Center improves the outcomes of survivors of abuse. The Optum Idaho team is proud to join in the center's effort to promote safety, self-sufficiency, hope, and healing to those affected by violence. Before I go, though, I would like to take this opportunity to remind you that now more than ever, it's important to stay connected, even virtually, as we are tonight. Last year, Optum launched Hello Idaho, a statewide platform to reduce isolation, foster inclusion, and help start important conversations about mental well-being, no matter what you may be going through. We encourage you to participate. It is as simple as reaching out to someone alone and saying hello. Please visit our website at optum.com/helloidaho to learn more and download materials for your school, business, and community to join in this important effort. Once again, Optum Idaho is proud to support the critical work of Nampa Family Justice Center. Enjoy your evening, and thank you for your support for Idahoans to begin their journey to a healthy, safe, violence-free life.
Georgianne, thank you so much. And thank you to Optum for their continued support. Well, good evening. My name's Corey Michaels. I am honored to be able to be here in the Auction Frog studio and to be your host for our very first virtual Light in the Window Gala. Now, yes, in the years past, we would have been all together in one room, hanging out, enjoying being able to see one another, maybe friends and folks that we haven't seen for maybe since the year before. It's changed. Yes, our world's a little different. What hasn't changed is the need. The need is still there, and we're still all here together, and really, even in a bigger way than we've ever been able to before, because right now we have friends, families, supporters, individuals, and families from all around the country and all around the world that can be able to be a part of our event tonight. The Nampa Family Justice Center, this partnership of agencies that has been dedicated to being able to help children, to help families, to help individuals for these over 15 years is just such an amazing organization and collaboration so that someone who is in need, someone who is looking for services, they don't have to go here and figure out what's going on. It's hard enough to be able to just get out of the situation that they're in. Now with the Nampa Family Justice Center, they are all there under one roof to be able to provide those services and to give that hope. Hope is something you are going to hear a lot about tonight because it is the most important thing that we can ever give someone who is dealing with abuse, because it is so easy to feel hopeless. But together now, we're able to show folks there is hope, there is good, there is much more good in this world than bad, and that's why you're here tonight, and that's why we're all here together. Now, as we make our way through all of the auction items and the incredible, inspiring stories that we're going to be sharing with you tonight, I hope you've already gotten registered and been checking them out, because you need to. There is some wonderful items once again this year for you to be able to bid on, and all you have to do is just go to lightinthewindow.afrogs.org. It's as simple as that. And then you can be able to get on there and be able to do all your bidding, check out all the items. And here's the fun thing. Now, if you are watching right now, which obviously you are, and you're doing your bidding, you're going to need to have two different tabs. You might have already figured that out for yourself, or two different devices. So what that means is if you're watching on your TV, on your computer, on your laptop, then on your phone, you can be able to have the auction site open and you'd be checking out all those items. But here's a couple of fun things. The auction can be able to be set up for an auto bid for you. Now, what that means is as you're sitting there enjoying these incredible stories and being a part of the event tonight, if there's items you really want, you can be able to set up an auto bid and say, I'm willing to go X amount on this item, whatever it happens to be, maybe several items, hopefully several items. And then when someone outbids you, it just automatically outbids them again until it hits your high amount. Once that happens, then you'll get a little notification just telling you that, hey, your high bid has been hit. You know to go on there. You can be able to adjust it, look at other items, whatever it happens to be. But if you are having any issues whatsoever tonight with your auction process, all you have to do is just call 208-807-3808. We've got a team that is ready to be able to answer your questions. Or if you just want to make a good old-fashioned over-the-phone bid, you can do that as well. 208-807-3808. They'll answer your questions, take your bid, and take care of anything with the online process that you have going on. So remember, once again, that is lightinthewindow.afrogs.org. The auction is going to be going on until March 12th at 9 p.m. Mountain Time. So still plenty of time to be able to get all those bids going. And now as we start off the evening tonight with a Light in the Window Gala, it has been over now 15 years. November marked 15 years of the Nampa Family Justice Center. And here is a beautiful video explaining that journey.
The idea of the Nampa Family Justice Center began in 2001 when Detective Angela Weeks of the Nampa Police Department saw the impact of family violence firsthand. Within a 5-month period, 3 little girls came into her life under tragic circumstances. In April of that year, Detective Weeks was called to her first homicide investigation. It was for a 4-month-old female which had been suffocated by her father, who had an unreported history of domestic violence. 5 months later, she would respond to an incident involving an 11-month-old girl who was violently shaken by her babysitter. These shakings would leave her blind, unable to speak, and not able to walk on her own. 2 short weeks later, she was investigating the homicide of another little girl, just short of 3 years of age, who had died from blunt force trauma. Her abuser had a significant history of domestic violence and was violating a no-contact order when he murdered her. Detective Weeks was determined to not have these cases be in vain. She wanted their lives to be a reason to do things differently, making a marked impact on family violence. She worked to educate herself, her department, and her community. In April of 2003, Angela had the opportunity to attend a conference in San Diego, California, where she toured the first Family Justice Center. That night in her hotel room, she wrote an 8-page strategic plan of how Nampa could create its own partnership of city, county, and state agencies, opening its own Family Justice Center and bringing a new level of holistic healing to our city. Within a few months, a community meeting where shared stakeholders discussed the concept of the Family Justice Center brought Detective Weeks' dream closer to fruition. A community development block grant was awarded to finance the creation, and a city-owned building in downtown Nampa was available. In October 2003, President Bush announced the President's Family Justice Center initiative, which would fund 15 pilot projects across the country that would become the model of the Family Justice Center movement. Nampa was chosen as one of these sites, and the initiative team worked for 2 years before our doors opened. Today, the Nampa Family Justice Center is a partnership of agencies that provides holistic services to victims of domestic violence, child abuse, sexual assault, elder abuse, stalking, and sex trafficking. Our innovative approach to assisting victims of abuse has served over 36,400 adults and nearly 15,000 children with a unique process of safety, self-sufficiency, hope, and healing.
It's been such a wonderful journey over this last plus 15 years now with the Nampa Family Justice Center and the Family Justice Center Foundation that works so hard to be able to fundraise and to make sure that those services that are provided by the Nampa Family Justice Center continue. Not just for 15 more years, but until we come to a time in our world when violence, domestic violence, child trafficking, stalking, any of the other forms of abuse and violence that happens has ended. Until that time, the Nampa Family Justice Center and all of us together strive to continue the love, the hope, the support that is so very needed. Now, we want to hear from you. As we talked about, we're all here together, just in a different form. So if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, go ahead and give us a comment. Let us know where you're watching right now, who you're watching with, or maybe some of the items that you really have your eye on for the online auction. We'd love to hear from you. Just like Mandy and Demi and the puppies watching right now, thank you so much for being here with us. To Pete, thank you so much, Pete. Also, we have people watching in Cheyenne, Wyoming. Julia's watching in Dakota right now. Jill, Jake, Jenny, Rucker, also Tylene, and so many others. So thank you so much. Thank you for your care, your love, your support for the Nampa Family Justice Center. Together, we can be able to make a huge difference. We have for now over 15 years, but it takes all of us together. So let's keep those comments coming in. Let's keep that bidding going. Once again, you can get there if you haven't already at lightinthewindow.afrogs.org. And then you can get your bids, you can make donations, you can find out all the different ways that you can be able to support with the Nampa Family Justice Center. Now, we thank everyone that has been a part of this. And as you are looking at all of the different items that are available for you to be able to bid on, you'll notice there is a bunch of different baskets. I can't even talk about all the baskets because there are just so many of them, but you can check them out yourself. And some wonderful fun themes. Like there is a Star Wars theme. And I know Brad with Ellsberg Studios over here has had his eye on it. He's the one that's making all the video magic happen here. It has Star Wars memorabilia. There are some collectible items in there. And from what I heard from Crystal, it's like 4 different high-value Star Wars items. So go and check that out if you are a Star Wars fan. There's Hot Wheels, there's fishing package, and there is the Pampered Pup basket as well. And what is a Pampered Pup basket without having a pampered pup? Well, we happen to have one of those too. And she is adorable. She's a little golden doodle puppy. So like 93, 94% hypoallergenic. So that is it makes her just such a beautiful family member for someone who has allergies, that has always wished they could be able to have a little 4-legged family member, but maybe has allergies to dander or whatever. You're not going to have to worry about that in the same way. Now, we've nicknamed her Sassy just because Well, that's what she is very sassy, but she is a singleton. So she is a single puppy out of this litter, and she is well trained, but yes, she's also been well loved and well pampered along the way as well. And she has so much spunk and it would be a wonderful member of any family. So check that out if you haven't already. That little girl, Sassy, she is item number 68. So make sure and get that checked out. And as we heard about the 15 years that Nampa Family Justice Center has been making such a huge difference for so many lives, tens, thousands of families and individuals that have benefited because of the services and ultimately because of your generosity to be able to continue having those services available. Once again, it's lightinthewindow.afrogs.org. Now is a time that let's hear from Mayor Clean. This was back in November at the 15th anniversary conference that happened, and her take on all the years and the wonderful services that have happened with Nampa Family Justice Center.
So, Jeannie, thank you for your leadership and for stepping into this new role. And I'm going to take my mask off while I talk since we are distanced in this room. You truly have a servant's heart, and it's greatly appreciated. And I would like to just take a minute to thank those that have made such a huge difference. And later you're going to hear from Casey Gwynn, you're going to hear from Angela Weeks. And as Jeannie just said, that there are a number of people over the years. I did have the privilege of working with Griselda. And needless to say, we can't do it alone. It takes a team of people. It takes people working together. I think about all the agencies and the partners that are involved, all the volunteers that sacrifice. We have so many people that are here serving from a heart of love, and we are forever grateful because we couldn't do it. You can't do something like this alone. It takes everyone working together. And a conversation we had a little bit ago was for 15 years, over 36,000 people and over 14,000 young people. When you think about that, it only happened because of, and I love the principle of the power of one. It was one person that had a heart that was willing to say, I'm going to share, I'm going to help. So I'm extremely proud and thankful for the work that gets done here, for all the volunteers and agencies that commit and work together. And then from the foundation, as you're going to hear from Casey and you're going to hear from Angela, it took a beginning. And thank you for the vision. Thank you that you guys had a vision for the future and that you were willing to invest here, but you're still doing it. And so my heart goes out to, and my thanks go to all the people that serve here on day by day. So congratulations on 15 years, and thank you to everyone that's making it happen.
So just in case, and thank you very much, Mayor Clean, you can see, in case I wasn't doing it proper, on how adorable this little baby girl is. Let's see here. Yeah, see, you can see there, and she is, oh my goodness, a star. Aren't you, sweetheart? Wow. She is, she is such a love. And yeah, she has a personality like no other. Now, she'll wind up about 60 pounds, right in there, 50 to 60, depending. With her being a singleton, but oh my goodness, she is just such a love, and she would be an incredible member of any family. Thank you to Tana from their cabin in Donley watching right now, and Sassy, thanks you as well. Thank you, Tana, for watching. Also, Yam, thank you for watching. Emily in Nampa, you are Sassy approved. Also, Alicia in Boise. There you go. You like them all? Yeah? Okay. Yes, she does. And so Sassy is just one of the wonderful, wonderful things that you can be able to bid on. And you can tell, she is just a hugger. She's a lover. And she is so inquisitive as well. All right, well, some of the other experiences, because, as we've been all kind of stuck at home, and the biggest adventure we've had is, going from the living room to the office to maybe the backyard, and now for some folks, maybe being able to get back into the office. But it has not been the same Idaho year that we are used to having. And so some of those experiences is we've had this beautiful, beautiful weather that we've... Hi, honey. Yes, as we've had the beautiful weather that we've had the last week, you want to be able to start getting out there and walking your dog. Or maybe item number 61, Boise Hawks. Always a lot of fun to get out and go see a Boise Hawks game, and to be able to do that first pitch. It is so much fun. You get out there, everyone's cheering you on. You feel like you're a Major League Baseball pitcher. Just try and get it all the way to the catcher. I don't care. That was my biggest goal when I did it, was throw it over the catcher's head if I had to, but just not to 3-hop it in. So just a little advice there, but it's a lot of fun for the whole family to be able to share that experience. And when you show everyone the photos of your epic first pitch, you can tell everyone how you got that and your support of the Nampa Family Justice Center and the Family Justice Center Foundation of Idaho. Also, another, talk about incredible experience getting out. Item number 86 is a flight lesson. If you've ever wanted to learn to fly, well, we've got a discovery flight for you at item number 86, and you get to find out what it's like. Okay, now I'm not going to overly sell this and say you're going to be like, Top Gun or something like that, but still the experience to be able to get up there, and who knows what that might turn into. And then also item number 30. Talk about the Greenbelt, the foothills, and all the wonderful, wonderful places to be able to ride a bicycle around Boise, around Idaho and Nampa. And we've got this bicycle that is a Jameis Earth Cruiser 3. This is an amazing bicycle for you to be able to cruise out and, yes, enjoy the wonderful weather, enjoy the wonderful scenery that we have, and experience all of that in your brand new bicycle. So you can check that out at item number 30. Huh, Sassy? Yes? Yeah, they should check that one out. Bid high, bid often. Yeah, she said so. Just wanted to let you know. So you don't want to let Sassy down, so get to bidding right now. It is lightinthewindow.afrogs.org. And one of my favorite people on the planet is the person who helped to start the Nampa Family Justice Center. And at the time was a police officer with Nampa. I'm going to let her tell you her story, but she has been such an amazing beacon of hope for the Nampa Family Justice Center and for all that have experienced domestic abuse in our area. I think she's getting a little tired. Here, let's hear from Angela Weeks, retired detective.
The Nampa Family Justice Center has had so much growth in 15 years. What I love about the staff that are here, whether it's the police, whether it's the prosecutors, the advocates, the counselors, we are all victim-centered, and we are always looking at what are the gaps that our clients face and what else can we be doing. Probably the biggest thing that makes us unique is that we have not siloed our services. There are a lot of agencies and there are a lot of people who provide support in our community for clients. What we looked at was how many of these people are having to go to multiple locations to get what they need. We chose to co-locate as many service providers as we could that would fill those gaps and streamline the process for our clients. We didn't want them to repeatedly have to tell their experience in multiple locations. We didn't want them to take multiple days off of work to get the services they needed. And we wanted to be a location that didn't tell them what they needed, but listened to them. And then figured out how we could meet them where they were at to help them move forward with hope and healing. And we have victims who come in and become survivors and tell us, I would not be alive today if it was not for the Family Justice Center. I know personally, because of the child abuse cases that I've worked and the homicides that I've been involved in, that our numbers related to child death and domestic violence related homicides have decreased with the Family Justice Center doors being open and serving our community. And we still have so much more to do, changing those lives and to really moving people to self-sufficiency and hope and healing that the Family Justice Center has really been engaged in.
You know, and besides that incredible start to the Nampa Family Justice Center with Angela, coming out of such tragedy to be able to give such hope to so many others. And Angela and her husband and so many others continue that every single day. That is why I said Angela is now retired detective, because she has dedicated her time to be able to continue the wonderful things that have happened with Camp Hope. As just one big thing over the course of these last, I believe it's like 7 years. And that, please find out more about that. And there's lots of information, and it has been so wonderful to be able to empower teenagers and children, whether they've experienced that abuse themselves or to show that they're normal. And when I say that, let me explain what I mean by normal. Because every individual wants to feel normal. Now, what is normal? Well, there's a lot of different definitions for that. But you know what? Every child, every individual that has ever experienced some form of violence, they don't feel normal. They don't feel the same, and they feel alone. And one of the biggest things that Nampa Family Justice Center, with the Camp Hope and so many other different the programs through the center, is there to be able to show individuals, and especially to show kids and to show teens, they are normal. They're no different. And yes, they've been through something horrific, but together, you know what? Our hope, our strength, our love is more strong than any violence that could ever befall us. So, as we talk about Angela and yes, retired detective and Nampa Police Department, one of the most fun things that I got to do years ago was to go on a ride along. And you have the ability to be able to do that as well with item number 26 on the online auction, is a ride along with the Nampa Police. Now, you need to be 18 or older to be able to do this, but you talk about feeling like, yes, I am a police officer. I'm going to go out and catch me some bad guys. They're not going to put you in any harm's way, but it feels so cool. And to be able to talk to the officers and to hear their stories about why they want to protect and serve, why they put their lives on the line every single day to be able to protect us as citizens. And also to find out their dedication with the Nampa Family Justice Center and why it's so important to them. So please get those bids on. I know earlier when I had looked, there was not any bids yet. You are missing out on one of the most incredible experiences that you can be able to tell your family, your friends about for years and years to come. So get on there, get those bids up on item number 26. Now, if you want to step it up even a little bit further, there's item number 27, and that is SWAT team training for a day. So you are going in and you are training just like you would be going in to become a SWAT team member. Now that I haven't done, and I'm kind of intrigued, so I might outbid you. So you want to keep those bids going high on that one, item number 27. And then if more of the firemen and the firefighters are maybe more your style, well, we got you taken care of with that as well. Going to take you and 5 of your best friends, your family, heck, maybe people you just found on the street on the way to the fire station and want to say, hey, want to go tour the fire station with me and have an incredible breakfast? Because let me tell you, firefighters, and I have a lot of good friends that are firefighters, and besides being incredible, strong human beings that are here to serve, they are incredible cooks. or they get kicked out of cooking service if they're not good. So you got to be good at a fire station. They're going to cook you breakfast after giving you the tour of the whole fire station. Heck, they might even let you turn on the sirens and all of that. So that is item number 29. And when we talk about the police, we talk about the fire, we talk about the Nampa or the Family Justice Foundation of Idaho, and we talk about the volunteers and everyone that it takes to make this happen, because it does. It takes a village. It takes all of us together to be able to make these miracles happen and to give that hope. Well, we need to start then also back all the way to the staff, because they're the ones every single day that are seeing the families, that are seeing the individuals, that are working with them. And their dedication and their passion and compassion is more than you have ever seen before. And here's some of the staff talking about why it's so important to them.
This place, to me, feels like the heart of Nampa. It's the place where people can come and get any services they need all in one location, and they have a choice. So if they're not ready to leave a situation, they can actually choose to stay, and we're going to make sure they're going to be as safe as possible, because they know what they need even better than we do. So I think just the collaboration that is here with everybody involved, being able to talk and staff cases, support each other, support our clients, is a huge reason that this place is separate from other places.
So when I think back to my internship with former Corporal Angela Weeks, I didn't realize how big this would be. I knew that she had a big dream, and I was excited to see all these partners coming together. But at that time, I just didn't know how our community would respond and how many clients we'd have. And to me, that's worth celebrating, because it shows that we truly are making a difference in this community. And by making a difference in each of those individual lives, then we're hopefully stopping that generational cycle of violence that we see so commonly.
Oh, I think the biggest uniqueness of the partnership is how many different entities and organizations are all co-located in one roof, under one roof. I mean, the concept and the logic of it is just brilliant. And the survivors that come out of this facility I think it has transformed their lives as well. And being able to be just one small part of that is quite rewarding.
As we're seeing the Treasure Valley growing, we're seeing a lot of elders, starting to retire. We're seeing a lot of elders moving into our community. And so I think it's really important that we're here at the Nampa Family Justice Center to support our elders. They say 1 out of 10 elders has experienced some type of elder abuse. And I believe that's probably a lot larger number, just because we know that it's very unreported.
What brings me great joy in helping others is that we are giving them a chance. We're not closing the doors on them. I just love working here, and just the opportunity to help people is awesome.
Those individuals, each and every one of them, to be able to meet them, you can see in their eyes, as you just saw in the video, you can feel it from their heart, that they're not doing this as a job. They're doing this because they truly care, and they want to be able to make that difference and to give back that hope that had been stripped away from these individuals. And that is one of the biggest crimes right there, stripping anyone of their humanity and their hope and their dignity and their belief in their strength. And Nampa Family Justice Center gives that back through all of the different programs that are available. If you haven't already got your bidding going, well, come on, get those bids down, bid high, bid often. You are making a huge difference in thousands of children, thousands of adults, and individuals all around the state of Idaho. You make all the difference in the world. Now, as we were talking about earlier, with kind of being well, away from able to get out and to do the same type of things that we love and enjoy doing so much in Idaho. Well, one of those things, at least for me, is getting out and grilling some incredible steaks. Well, we've got you all taken care of right now. We're going to start with item number 28. This is a half a beef. It is donated by Hampton Livestock. Thank you so much to them. They have such incredible livestock. And this is going to be cut to whatever you want. I mean, you know, I don't know why you would do this, but you could turn the whole half a cow into ground meat if you wanted to. Don't do that. Please don't do that. But anyways, but it's going to be cut. It's going to be wrapped and ready for you. So get those bids in on item number 28. And then if you've been maybe a little bit barbecue challenged, it's okay. We got you with that too. Item number 76 is a brand new grill. And this isn't just any grill. This is a Oklahoma Joe pellet grill. So if you've been a little barbecue challenged in the past, this is going to make you into a grill master at item number 76. Because if you've ever worked with a pellet grill, pellet smoker, I mean, my goodness. You get this, you've got the bag of pellets. If you partner that with getting your side of beef as well, and then you've got thermometers that come along with the package, so you make sure all of your beef is at the perfect temperature as you were cooking it or whatever you happen to be grilling, and also get you taken care of with all your grilling accessories as well. All of your friends and family are going to go, what happened to you? You became this incredible grill master while we weren't looking. So you are welcome. We're here to help. So item number 28 for the beef, for 76 for the grill. And then, you know what? If you want the true hat trick on all of this, be really the house with the most, because you've got your beef, you've got your grill, and how about an outdoor movie as well? All right, got you there as well. Item number 80 is going to be your projector. It's going to be your screen. So whether it's inside the house, whether it's out in the backyard after you finished grilling and hanging out on a beautiful Idaho evening and just celebrating friends and family, you know, socially distanced and all of that. So that is item number 80. Whatever items speak to you. Here's the great thing. While you're grilling that beef, while they're complimenting on your grilling abilities or watching that movie outside and telling you what a great evening it was, you can tell them how you got it. You can tell them what it's all about. And you know, as you're enjoying every single memory with this, that you are providing new memories and new hope for so many families because of your generosity and all the fun you get to continue to have with it. So check out all of those items. It is lightinthewindow.afrogs.org if you haven't already gotten all set up for that. And now, you know, we heard from Angela earlier about her journey and the horrific, tragic start that then turned into that trip to San Diego, that turned into that conference that she found out about the Family Justice Center Alliance and met Casey Gwen, wrote those 8 pages on how we can be able to do this. And then meeting with Casey, they were able to then determine that this was going to be one of these showpieces for the Family Justice Center. Here's Casey talking about the hope that is provided.
So it's so exciting for me to be able to be part of the journey of the Nampa Family Justice Center. We helped in the planning process when this center began more than 15 years ago. We helped open it. I was here for the grand opening and saw the beginning of the vision with Angela and Craig and Rebecca and so many committed people. And now to see the center 15 years later, amazing. That this center is alive and dynamic and serving adults and kids and making a difference in the lives of people. The Nampa Family Justice Center is not just a model for the state of Idaho. The Nampa Family Justice Center is a national model. So we come here and we see that the funders, all those that have invested in this have invested their money well, because this place works. The Nampa Family Justice Center is that place that creates what we call a culture of hope. You're not just coming into services, you're coming into a place where you can belong. And family justice centers are most successful when survivors have a place to belong. Long after the crisis, their kids can go to Camp Hope. They can come back for counseling. They can come back for job training. When they see folks on the street, they actually know their name and they can say hello to them and connect to them, because this is a group of people that have created a community. And survivors do so much better when they get to be in a community and not just receiving services. So the Nampa Family Justice Center has created a community of care and a culture of hope. And so that's the journey we're on now. We're the hope people. Family Justice Centers are the hope people because we know that hope heals trauma. And that's the message and the magic of the Nampa Family Justice Center. Hope heals trauma. And this place has become a beacon of hope.
Thank you, Casey. Thank you, Angela. Thank you to you and all of the hope that you provide each and every day and right now with your donations. Now, we've talked about incredible items that are out there for you to be able to bid on, and I hope you keep bidding on those. Set up your auto bid. The bidding's going to continue for about another week until the 12th at 9 p.m. Mountain Time. And I hope you do keep bidding on those. Share it with your friends. Get them to keep bidding. In fact, challenge them to be able to, get into a little bidding war with you. And we'll talk some more about bidding wars here in a few minutes. But now is a time when we're just talking about giving. Giving because you want to be that beacon of hope. You want to be able to make the difference for so many families. Now, these are individuals. These are women, children, men that benefit from the services that, you might never get the chance to be able to meet them, but know that you have been able to make a profound difference in someone's life. Right now, we're looking in just donations at item number 1,000 on the online auction is just a chance for you to give hope. And we're looking for $25,000 is our hope, to be able to get $25,000 just in donations, just in love and support of these families. When we talk about the numbers that are out there, they're staggering, and I'll share some of those with you coming up. But just more important than the numbers and all that is just knowing that you have changed lives, and a lot of cases saved lives, because for a lot of individuals, they don't know where they're going to turn to, and they can only take so much. Nampa Family Justice is able to give them that hope and to be able to give them the strength to be able to continue. And, Jeannie, the new executive director, she's not new to the Nampa Family Justice Center by any means, but new executive director. I love her to death. She's such a wonderful human being. And here we're going to hear a little bit about her story, because it's more than just working with Nampa Family Justice Center. She has a much more personal part that goes along with this as well.
So I started the Family Justice Center. I came in 2009 as an intern and was a graduate from NNU social work program. Came into this world of domestic violence and sexual assault victims and serving survivors, not really understanding much about it. So as an intern walking into this, I learned a ton. And shortly after that, there was a job position open for advocacy, so I took that job. They gave that to me, and I appreciate that. And I was learning so much as I was going through this journey. So as I came into the Justice Center, I'm learning all this because I want it to be a career. I want to make sure I'm doing the best I can to serve people that are walking through our doors. I had no idea that my family would be some of those people that would be coming through our doors that were going to need that service and that help. And my son, Ronnie, was one of those people with his 2 children who received much support and great support from the Family Justice Center in multiple different ways, including counseling and legal assistance and group support and help with diapers and all the different things that one can imagine that they need support when they have just walked away from kind of their life. And so walking that journey and seeing the mission of the Nampa Family Justice Center is to promote safety, self-sufficiency, hope and healing for those affected by abuse. And I had the privilege to watch my son walk that journey of safety for him and his children, self-sufficiency, hope and healing, where today, 7 years later, my son is in a completely different place. He is a man of strength, of character, a man that takes care of his children, a man that has healing in his life. He is a person that will be vulnerable and speak with humility, but speak with courage. And he has hope for the future. He's actually in the social work program at school, and so he is on that same journey because he has learned so much. And now he wants to not only, because of what he's received, now he wants to return and give back into the community and to other people that are struggling because he understands. And so I am so thankful for the work of the Family Justice Center, not only for the impact that the experience I've had in working with people and caring for people and walking alongside people in our community, but in my own family. I've learned so much that has allowed me to walk alongside my son in an intimate situation in my home, along with my 2 grandchildren. So it has been a privilege, and I am so thankful for the Family Justice Center in so many different ways.
Well, all that Jeannie has done and all the different facets of her relationship with Nampa Family Justice, some might think that maybe Ronnie got some kind of extra special VIP treatment because he's Jeannie's daughter, who's now the executive director. No, this all started long before that. And this started with an individual with 2 children who was in an abusive situation. Didn't matter who he was related to. Every single person, every woman, every child, every man, every family gets the same treatment from the Nampa Family Justice. There is no judging. There is no looking at someone in any way but with love and support and with healing. And that's what this incredible staff is all about. And that's what you're supporting right now. We want to thank so much Emily, $100 donation. Thank you, Emily, so much. Robin, $500. That is amazing. Angela, $1,000. Now, here's the thing. We hear so much, and I talk about this a lot, I know, but everyone has the ability to be able to give something. Now, I don't want you to ever think it's not enough, because I've heard this from people over the years, Nampa Family Justice Center, with other organizations, that they're like, I'm sorry, this is all I have to be able to give. Well, you know what? Whether that's $5, whether that's $10, whether that's $50 or $5,000, there is no amount that's too small. There's no amount that is too large either. It takes everyone, all of us together, because everyone is in a different space that they can be able to give. I know that okay, hang on one second here. Wow. So someone just made an anonymous matching donation of $10,000. Now what? Yeah. Thank you so much. Now what this means is that every donation that comes in right now is going to be matched. So if you give $500, that's going to become $1,000. Give $50, it's going to become $100. you can see how this works. All the way up to $10,000, they're going to continue to match that all the way to that mark. So that $10,000 that comes in through all of us together, along with that matching $10,000 from our generous anonymous donor, that's $20,000. Right now, we're looking for, our goal was $25,000 in just cash donations, in donations of just love and giving. And with that, we're so much closer to being able to get there. Now, we need you to be able to make the most of this, because every single dollar under $10,000, that's a dollar loss. So let's keep these going right now. Item number 1,000, lightinthewindow.afrogs.org. Get your donations and make that huge difference for so many families, so many individuals. Be that beacon of hope. Together, we can do this. Now, we heard from a mom's perspective with Jeannie, from the perspective of someone who has worked now almost 11 years with the Nampa Family Justice Center, as the mom who directly has a son who has benefited from the services of Nampa Family Justice Center, graduated as a social worker. She started as an intern and now executive director. She has all the perspectives of that. And we heard her passion, and more as a mom than anything else in that. Now let's hear from her son's perspective and from a guy's perspective on what it has been like going through this journey of finding hope and strength again.
I got married when I was 18. That was my first marriage, so I was pretty young. And we didn't have kids for the first 2 years or so. And I honestly didn't want kids. I wasn't ready for kids or anything, but it was actually, I was basically tricked into having the kids. She didn't tell me she had stopped taking her birth control or anything like that, and so, because she wanted a child. So we had our first daughter, Jada, and right after that, she went through some really bad postpartum depression and was very abusive to Jada. I mean, even as a baby, you know, she was two months old, and she was spanking her at nighttime for crying and just stuff like that you shouldn't be doing to a baby. So that was really kind of what started the inclinations that I needed to get out of there. And then probably 2 years later, we had Torin. From there, it kind of got worse as far as, you know, my ex-wife was very abusive, and more so verbally and emotionally than physically, but she did get physical with the kids sometimes. The final straw on it was kind of just, I found out that there was an affair going on, and so I ended up taking my kids and coming back to Nampa, which is where my parents lived. The hardest part of that is when you become a single parent, especially once you become a single dad, you don't know what you're gonna do. Like, I came back with a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna take care of these kids. I don't know if I can take care of these kids. I told my mom that. She still talks about that today, about how I told her at first that I didn't know if I was gonna be able to take care of my kids. But with all the resources that I got, especially from places like the Justice Center, having the Justice Center, having people there who really have a compassion and a care and a drive for people, and their entire mission there is people. And that's ultimately what they care about. And when you go in there, you feel like a person. You don't feel like they're trying to rush you through, or they're just trying to get you in and out. They sit down with you, they take as much time as you need, they help you work through the entire process. You have someone there the entire time who's right by your side, so you don't ever feel like I don't have anyone to turn to. And they handle a lot of the situation for you. And when you first come out of that kind of situation, that's really what you need, is someone to kind of just carry you for the first few months or even year or whatever. And the Justice Center is more than willing to do that because they value people. And so I'm incredibly grateful for the Justice Center, because they gave me the ability to become independent, but also they gave me the resources I needed in the time that I needed them. I actually met my second wife, and we've known each other for 5 years, and we were kind of talked off and on over those years. We didn't really have anything going on, but we actually started dating last January. We reconnected and started dating, and we both had kind of come through a very similar journey as far as our journeys of abuse and leaving abusive situations and abusive relationships and those kind of things, and being unhealthy people ourselves, and doing a lot of work over that 6-year period to really change who we were as people and become who we needed to be in order for us to get married. If we wouldn't have become the people we are now, we wouldn't have been married, or if we would have gotten married, our marriage wouldn't have worked out. So, I mean, that's kind of what the catalyst for all that was, the Justice Center and the resources the Justice Center had, and the ability they gave me to really kind of take charge of my life again.
Yes, Sassy is back out here with us as well. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you for sharing your strength and yes, the tough journey that it's been, but how amazing it is on the other side, and showing that journey that is ultimately ending in hope, ending in success in life, success for family. And Ronnie has found that, and so many other families have as well. In just 2020 alone, 5,995 adults have been benefited by the Nampa Family Justice Center. 2,727 kids, almost 3,000 children that have been affected by violence just in 2020 that have gone through the services with Nampa Family Justice. I mean, total served 10,736. And that's just in this past year. We all hope that we get to a day in our world where domestic violence, sex trafficking, stalking, the horrible things that has had to be endured by far, far too many, that we find a day when that is over. Unfortunately, sadly, it's not today. So today, we need to come together and to be able to help those that have been affected. It starts with love of family, whether that's two-legged or four-legged. And so we want to say thank you so much for being here. I hope you, I think she's ready to be down. Or switch. Is that it? Okay. And I hope you keep bidding, because you have until March 12th at 9 p.m. Mountain Time, which means there's plenty of time to share this with your family, your friends all over the country, all over the world, and to get them involved and giving and donating and bidding on the different items that are out there. And together we can be able to make a difference. Let's look at our leaderboard here as we have Michael that just gave $100. Michael, thank you so much. Jenny, $100. Christy, $100. And right now, our total raised, with still almost a week to go, $25,330. And there's still plenty of time for you to be able to share, for you to be able to give, and you to be able to bid on Miss Sassy here, because she wants to come home with you. Don't you, girl? Yes, she does. She just told me so. So you need to start bidding on her right now. You're going to get that whole little package that comes along with it, with her as well. And you get all the puppy breath and everything. It is amazing. And she gives the best hugs ever. Let me just say that right now. Thank you so much to all of our different sponsors. And I think I just lost my list. There it is. Thornton Byron LLP. Thank you so much for helping to make this happen once again tonight. Discog Law, to ICCU, St. Luke's, Dillabaugh Flooring America, Treasure Valley Remodel and Restoration, Alliance Title, Horizon Credit Union, and of course our title sponsor tonight, Optum. It does. It takes a village of all sizes, to be able to make a difference. So together, let's make that difference. Thank you so much for all you have done. Keep bidding, bid high, bid often. It is lightinthewindow.afrogs.org. God bless you, and thank you so much.
This place is wonderful. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the staff and how nice it is to have everything in one building.
Everyone has been very helpful and friendly.
All these years that I thought I was alone in my situation, I didn't know the resources here. The encouragement I received here is amazing to me. Every time I leave this place with these wonderful people that help me, my soul feels a little bit stronger. Like maybe I can live through this after all.
I felt kind of nervous, but everyone was very nice.
Thank you for the work you put in for all of us. You are all wonderful.
Thank you for the stuffed animal.
I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for everything you do for us.
Now I have the tools and choice to get healthy and stay safe. Thank you for all the help. Without it, I know I would have gone back into my abusive marriage.
Thank you for all the work you do for the children.
I am forever grateful for all of your kindness and support in making me feel safe and worthy.
Thank you. Thank you for caring. Thank you for being there for me and everyone else.